ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡ್ಯಂತಯ್ಯ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಹೋ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ ಹೋ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ದಂಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ದಂಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ದಂಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ನೊರೆತೆರೆಗಳಿಗಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ನೊರೆತೆರೆಗಳಿಗಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಹೋ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ ಸಣ್ಣದೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಂತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಣ್ಣದೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಚಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಚಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಓ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಕೇಳೈನಿ ಲೋಕದೊಳಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಬಳಿಕ ಚನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಕೇಳೈನಿ ಲೋಕದೊಳಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಬಳಿಕ ಸ್ತುತಿ ನಿಂದೆಗಳು ಬಂದರೆ ಸ್ತುತಿ ನಿಂದೆಗಳು ಬಂದರೆ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಪವ ತಾಳದೆ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಪವ ತಾಳದೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನಿಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕು 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 ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಓ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಓ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೋಡಂತಯ್ಯ
ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಸೆ ಆಹೋ ಆಹೋ ಚಿಗುರಿತು ಪುಟ್ಟದೊಂದು ಆಸೆ ಆಹೋ ಬೆಳೆಯಿತು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಷ್ಟು ಆಸೆ ಆಹೋ ಬಯಕೆಯ ಬೆಟ್ಟವೇರಿ ತಲೆ ಎತ್ತಿ ನೋಡಲು ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಸೆ ಆಹೋ ಆಹೋ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸುವಿಗೆ ದೋಣಿ ಆಡುವಿಗೆ ಆಸೆಯ ತಲೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಜೀವ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತಿದೆ ಬದುಕು ಸಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ ಆಸೆಯ ತಲೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಹೈಲೇಸ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಹೈಲೇಸ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಅಲೆಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾನೆ ನಂತರದೊಳಗೆ ಖುಷಿಯ ತಾಂಡವ ತಾನೆ ಒಡಲ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀಗಳು ಮುಕ್ತ ತಾನೆ ಆಸೆಯೆಲ್ಲ ಮನದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾನೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಆನಂದ ತಾನೆ ಅಲೆಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆನಂದ ಅಲೆಗಳು ತಾನೆ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಹೈಲೇಸ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಹೈಲೇಸ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಹೈಲೇಸ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಏಲೇಲೋ ಹೈಲೇಸ ಏಲೇಲೋ ದಿನವೂ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಓಡಿದೆ ಸುಖವ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಅಲೆದಿದೆ ಜೀವನದ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರೆಯದೆ ಅಲೆ 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 ದಿನವೂ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಓಡಿದೆ ಸುಖವ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಅಲೆದಿದೆ ಜೀವನದ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರೆಯದೆ ಅಲೆ 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 ದಿನವೂ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಓಡಿದೆ ಸುಖವ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಅಲೆದಿದೆ ಜೀವನದ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರೆಯದೆ
From January 10th to 14th, the Makara Sankranti Jatre at Sadguru Sannidhi, Bengaluru was filled with joy and tradition. Avarebele Mela, local cuisines, traditional games and folk performances brought people together celebrating Sankranti in its true spirit.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎತ್ತುಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಹಸುಗಳು ಜನಜೀವನದ ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಅಂಗವಾಗಿವೆ. ಸದ್ಗುರು ಸನ್ನಿಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎತ್ತುಗಳು ದೇಶೀಯ ತಳಿಗಳಾಗಿವೆ. ದೇಶೀಯ ತಳಿಗಳನ್ನು ಸಂರಕ್ಷಿಸುವ ಈ ಮಹತ್ವವಾದ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದ ಅಂಗವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ಎತ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸದ್ಗುರು ಸನ್ನಿಧಿಯ ಗೋಶಾಲೆಯ ಭವ್ಯ ಎತ್ತುಗಳಿಗೆ ಸದ್ಗುರುಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಈಶಾ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಸೇವಕರುಗಳು ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ ದ pastoral culture of Karnataka, bulls and cows are an integral part of people's livelihood. All the bulls at the Sadguru Sannidhi are native Indian breeds. We showcase some of these bulls today as part of our significant efforts to preserve these native breeds. Sadguru and Isha volunteers honoring majestic bulls of Sadguru Sannidhi Goshala. ರೈತರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ತಮ್ಮ ಮೊದಲ ಕೊಯ್ಲಿನ ಬೆಳೆಯನ್ನು ಸದ್ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Farmers have offered their first harvest of the year to Sadguru as an expression of their gratitude.
ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ, ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು, ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೀ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಂ. Welcome and greetings for Makara Sankranti 2025-2026. Wow, Sankranti or Makara Sankranti, what it means essentially is, we must understand that these festivals are not invented by us, not made up. They have something to do with the celestial movement of this planet, the impact that it has on the planet, and in turn, the impact that happens upon our own lives, our bodies and minds, and everything else that we do. So this is from a keen observation of what is happening to the planet. Whatever is happening to the planet, in a much bigger way, is happening to every one of us. Unfortunately, because most people are too busy up here, or they're busy here. Hello, which one are you, Bangalore people? This one or this one? Hello? Both. So in this, there is no observation of what's happening. Significant thing that is happening right now is our relationship, the planet's relationship and our relationship, and the relationship of all life upon this planet with the sun is changing from today. In the sense, in the last 6 months, the sun in relationship to the planet has been on a southern run. Now it's shifted to northern run. That was called Dakshinayana. This is called Uttarayana. In many ways across the world, particularly in the northern hemisphere, we are moving from so-called winter, not much winter happened in southern India, into springtime. It's not just a question of weather change, it is the way the gravity functions, it is the way the centrifugal forces upon the planet function. All this put together, the last 3 months, life has been at its slowest. The farmers who are here, they may not be MSc in agriculture, but they know the seed does not sprout during this time very well, it's slow. Nobody plants at that time. Well, traditionally, we in this culture, in this civilization, we took care that women should not conceive in this time because it doesn't sprout well. So, the whole life process is slower because essentially life upon this planet, whether it's a tiny little worm, insect, bird, animal, tree, plant, human beings, everything is solar powered. The only source of energy for this planet and all life upon this planet is solar energy. Well, it seems some 1.2 billion years ago, that's what the scientists say, I don't know the date, they say that a very smart algae or a fungi, that also they don't know which one, a very smart one suddenly learned how to cook its food using sunlight. That is the basis of all life on this planet. Today we call this as photosynthesis. That every leaf is busy cooking food for all of us. Every leaf, whether you are eating it or not, one way or the other, the energy from the sun is being trapped and made into food. Leaf is eaten by animals and birds and insects. That becomes life further. And we are eating variety of foods, everything comes from this fundamental process that we call as photosynthesis, essentially sun-fired food.
ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು
That's what we are all made of.
ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಆಹಾರವಾಗಿ
Having
ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ
said that,
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದರಿಂದ
this change in relationship
ಈ
between the sun
ಸಂಬಂಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ
and the
ಬದಲಾವಣೆ
planetary position that is there
ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿಯ
has an immense impact
ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು
on our
ಸೂರ್ಯನ
system,
ಸಂಬಂಧ
on our mental processes,
ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ
on our energy processes,
ಕೆಲಸಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ
and spiritually it's
ಜೀವಶಕ್ತಿಗಳು
considered very significant. Those
ಎಲ್ಲವೂ
6 months
ಕೂಡ
we just passed
ಈಗ
from
ಕಳೆದ
summer
6
solstice
ತಿಂಗಳಿಗಿಂತ
to winter solstice
ಈಗ
is referred to as
ಈ 6
Dakshinayana.
ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ
In yoga we call it as sadhana pada,
ಅದು
time to work.
ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಯನ ಆಯಿತು.
This Hey, you're happy it's over. Time to work is over.
ಸಾಧನಾ ಪಾದ ಇತ್ತು, ಮುಗ್ದೇ ಹೋಯ್ತು.
Now this is Kaivalya pada, time to
ಈಗ ಇದು
harvest.
ಕೈವಲ್ಯ
Time to
ಕೈವಲ್ಯ
receive
ಪಾದ.
the gifts of what we have done. That is, if
ನಾವು
you've done
ಮಾಡಿದ
something
ಕೆಲಸಗಳ
worthwhile.
ಫಲವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಸಮಯ ಇದು.
So,
ಕೈವಲ್ಯ
this process of life, if you pay attention to it, there are many things
ಈ
happening
ಜೀವನ
which should be
ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ತುಂಬ
noticed,
ಗಮನ
because
ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ
without this observation,
ಗಮನಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು.
without this awareness, if we live,
ಇದೆಲ್ಲದರ
we
ಅರಿವಿಲ್ಲದೆ
live
ನಾವು
in
ಬದುಕೋದು,
conflict with the natural forces.
ನಾವು
If we
ಪ್ರಾಕೃತಿಕ
live
ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ
in
ಜೊತೆ
harmony, if we live
ಕುಸ್ತಿ
in
ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
tune with
ಇರ್ತೀವಿ,
natural
ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು
forces,
ಬದುಕಿದ್ರೆ
you can dance your life through.
ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು
Your life will
ಹಾಯಾಗಿ
become a dance.
ಸಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು
Otherwise, life could become
ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೆ
torturous process.
ಜೀವನ
If you have to
ನಿಮಗೆ
work
ಒಂದು
against the
ದೊಡ್ಡ
natural forces
ಕುಸ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ
and
ಉಳಿದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು.
still be well, you will see it
ಆದ್ರೂ
will
ನೀವು
be a
ಇನ್ನೂ
struggle.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇರಬಹುದು.
Even if you manage to be well,
ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ.
well, it will become a joyless well. Unfortunately, it's happening to too many
ಆನಂದವಿಲ್ಲದ
people because
ಜೀವನ
our
ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
attention
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ
to the
ನಮ್ಮ
natural forces in the universe, our attention to
ನಮ್ಮ
the natural
ಗಮನ
forces that are working upon us on a
ನಮ್ಮ
daily
ಮೇಲೆ
basis
ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ,
is simply
ನಿತ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ
absent.
ಕೆಲಸ
I
ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
think
ಇರುವಂತಹ
people living in
ಪ್ರಾಕೃತಿಕ
Bangalore full
ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ
of
ಬಗ್ಗೆ
lights
ನಾವು
all the time.
ನಮಗೆ
You don't know when is a
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ
full
ಹಾಗೆ
moon night, when is a no moon night, when is moon is there or not,
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನವರು
whether it's already gone somewhere, you don't know.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Hello? I must tell you this.
ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು.
Shankaran Pillai,
ಶಂಕರನ್ ಪಿಳ್ಳೆ
is not always a joke, okay?
ಶಂಕರನ್ ಪಿಳ್ಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಜೋಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲ.
Applied for a job
ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ
in
ಮಾಡಿದ
a software company in
ಒಂದು
Bangalore. What else do
ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್
you guys
ಕಂಪನಿ
do?
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ತಾನೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು.
So he also applied for a job.
ಅವನು ಒಂದು
In the
ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ
job
ಅಪ್ಲೈ
interview, the interviewer
ಮಾಡಿದ.
asked,
ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂವರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು,
which is further, Moon or Mumbai?
ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರ ಇರೋದು.
Shankaran
ಚಂದ್ರನ
Pillai,
ಮುಂಬೈ.
without batting an eyelid, said, Mumbai.
ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣ ಯೋಚನೆ
So
ಮಾಡಿ
the interviewer asked, how do you say that? Why is Mumbai further than
ಯಾಕೆ ಚಂದ್ರನಿಗಿಂತ
the moon?
ಮುಂಬೈ ದೂರ ಇದೆ?
He said, I can see the moon, I can't see Mumbai.
ನನಗೆ ಚಂದ್ರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾನೆ, ಮುಂಬೈ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ.
So, this is the situation right now, that
ಇದು
we have
ಸದ್ಯದ
completely,
ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ.
slowly losing tune with the natural forces.
ಪ್ರಾಕೃತಿಕ
Most of
ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ
the
ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು
festivals in this
ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳನ್ನ
civilization
ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
are in accordance with the natural forces.
ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ
It's very important
ಪ್ರಾಕೃತಿಕ
to bring
ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ
this
ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
back into our
ಅದನ್ನ
lives.
ಅರಿವಲ್ಲಿ
This effort to create
ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ
Makara
ಹಬ್ಬ ಹರಿದಿನಗಳನ್ನ
Sankranti, effort to
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು.
create Mahashivratri in a
ಮಹಾಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ,
massive way is
ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ,
to bring
ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ
you back to this
ಕೂಡ
awareness
ಇದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ
that
ಈ
you must be
ಅರಿವಿಗೆ
in
ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು
tune with the
ವಾಪಸ್
natural
ಕರೆದುಕೊಂಡು
forces.
ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ
Then life,
ಪ್ರಾಕೃತಿಕ
you will
ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ
ride
ಜೊತೆ
your
ನೀವು
life. Whether you will
ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ
ride
ಮತ್ತು
the
ಮಿಳಿತದಿಂದ
cycles of
ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ
time or you will be crushed by the cycles of time. This is a choice.
ಈ ಸಮಯದ ಚಕ್ರದಡಿ
Unfortunately, cycles of time are crushing
ಅಥವಾ
people.
ಚಕ್ರದ
When I say crushing people,
ಸಮಯದ ಚಕ್ರದ
just look at
ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
your own,
ಉರುಳಿ
go back
ಸಾಕಬಹುದು.
home and look at the old album, your own picture when you were 5, 6, 7
ನೀವು
years
ಹೋಗಿ
of
ನೋಡಿ,
age.
ನಿಮ್ಮ
Your face
ಆಲ್ಬಮ್
was like
ತೆಗೆದು
this.
ನೋಡಿ, 5-6 ವರ್ಷದ
No.
ಮಗುವಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಗನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಈಗ
What
ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ
happened?
ಹೀಗೆ
Crushed by the cycles of time. Nothing else has
ಸಮಯದ
happened to you.
ಚಕ್ರದಿಂದ
You're
ನೀವು
alive
ನಲುಗಿ
means nothing has
ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ.
really gone wrong with your life. Hello?
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ.
Hello? Oh, somebody was born, somebody died, somebody got
ಯಾರೋ
married,
ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು,
somebody
ಯಾರೋ
divorced, this happened,
ಮರಣ
that happened.
ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರು, ಯಾರೋ ಮದುವೆ
Nothing has
ಆಯ್ತು,
gone
ಅದಾಯ್ತು,
wrong.
ಇದಾಯ್ತು, ಏನೂ
You're still
ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
alive means everything with
ನೀವು
life is fine.
ಜೀವಂತವಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ
You got
ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ
some
ಎಲ್ಲವೂ
problem up
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ.
here because you're
ಏನೋ ಒಂದು
crushed
ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ
by the
ಬಂದಿದೆ.
cycles of
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ
time.
ಸಮಯದ
And time
ಚಕ್ರದಿಂದ ನೀವು
creates
ನಲುಗಿ
memory
ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ,
and
ಜಜ್ಜಿ
you don't know
ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ.
how to handle that. Simply
ಅದು
because we are
ಉಳಿಸುವಂತಹ
not in
ನೆನಪನ್ನ
tune with
ಹೇಗೆ
the natural
ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ
forces
ಮಾಡೋದು
within
ಅಂತ
us
ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ
and
ಇಲ್ಲ.
around us. So these festivals are a reminder.
ಈ
These
ಹಬ್ಬಗಳು
festivals are a way of
ನಮಗೆ
tuning
ಒಂದು
ourselves
ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುತ್ತವೆ.
with the natural
ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು
forces so that
ಪ್ರಾಕೃತಿಕ
we can
ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಾಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ನೆನಪಿಗೆ
ride the cycles of time, not to be crushed. The same wheel that you can ride can also crush you if you're in the wrong place.
ಉರುಳಬೇಕು ಜೊತೆ.
That's what this is
ನಲಿಗೆ
about.
ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು.
Makar Sankranti is very important festival for the farming communities.
ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ
As you
ಹಬ್ಬ
saw,
ನಮ್ಮ
the
ರೈತ
animals.
ಸಮುದಾಯಕ್ಕೆ.
This is a beautiful thing in this civilization. We did not leave the animals out. Today, because there is Amazon and whatever, quick service. You want to buy a dress in 10 minutes, they're delivering it. Fortunately, today the government said 10 minutes is not mandatory.
ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ
You can get
ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು
it
ಅಂತ
in 12
ಸರ್ಕಾರ
minutes and wear the new dress. Hello?
ಆಜ್ಞೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
It's okay if it comes 2 minutes late to you or 15 minutes late to you.
2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಆಗೋ 15 ನಿಮಿಷ.
So you're buying clothes you don't know. Otherwise, just a couple of decades ago, Makar Sankranti means young little kids, boys and girls, wearing new clothes, new jewelry, this one, that one, simple trinkets,
ಹೊಸ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದ ಸಮಯ,
jumping with joy because they had one.
ಹೊಸ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಧರಿಸಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡಿ ಕುಪ್ಪಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರು.
Little bit of new clothes.
ಹೊಸ ಬಟ್ಟೆ, ಆನಂದ.
We did not just do this to our children, we also did this to our cows and bulls and all the other animals. We decorated them, we dressed them up in whichever way we could, because we saw them as a part of our life, embracing life in its totality. Because forever, for thousands of years, India has a history of over 12,000 years of agriculture. In these 12,000 years, our relationship with these animals are so intimate because they gave us milk, they gave us food, they plowed our lands, they worked upon it. Above all, they fertilized our lands. This is a disaster unfolding in the country and in the world. In other parts of the world, probably they can turn things around much more easily because the population pressure on the land is not so high. As you must be aware already, let me state it for you. India has only 4.6% of world's land, but we have 17.2% of the world's population. So we are hugely pressured. It is because of the genius of our farmers. They look uneducated to you in your idea of education. But I will give you a fertile piece of land right here if you want. Grow me 2 different type of crops and show it to me, let me see. Your brilliance, your education, your PhDs, let me see you grow 2 different crops and give it to me, let me see. I've thrown this challenge to many CEOs and others who are MBA in many universities. But they said, no, we can't do it. So how come people who can do it, we are not respecting them, we are not taking care that they must be well? Today, farming in the country, farming has always been backbreaking work. Today, it's become heartbreaking. One main reason is soil is fallow. The simplest thing is this to understand. If you take a bucket full of sand, add a certain amount of organic content, this sand will become soil. If you take a bucket full of soil, rich soil, take away all the organic content, it will become sand. So essentially this means desertification. Minimum organic content that the UN says is needed to call soil as soil is 3%. But today, the average organic content in Indian soil is 0.62%. This is called as desertification. Anything below 1% is called desertification. Very happily, we are eating well and turning this land into a desert. A land that has fed us for over 12,000 years of agriculture, or even more probably. That is recorded agriculture. 12,000 years we plowed the same land and it yielded more and more for us. But now it is turning into a desert because to enrich this, to put organic matter into this, we need either trees or animals. In the farms, trees are gone, animals are gone. Machines are doing the work, that is fine. But machines don't shit, you need to know this. They pollute your air, but they don't fertilize the land. The animals were plowing, working and also fertilizing the land. That's missing. The bovine population in this country in 2006 was 1.3 billion, more than the human population. Today, it's 680 million.
ಇವತ್ತು
We are the largest
ಅರ್ಧಕ್ಕಿಂತ
beef
ಕಡಿಮೆ
exporter on the
ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ.
planet, if you do not know this.
ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು
India
ದನದ ಮಾಂಸವನ್ನು
is the largest
ರಫ್ತು
beef
ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ದೇಶ
exporter on the
ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ
planet. We are just killing the animals and sending them away. We are sending away Indian soil.
ಸಾಯಿಸಿ
We are exporting Indian soil
ಭಾರತದ
to the rest of the world. We
ಕಳಿಸಿಬಿಡ್ತಾ
will pay
ಇದ್ದೀವಿ
the
ನಮ್ಮ
price.
ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ.
It's very, very
ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ
important.
ಒಂದು
Those
ಬಹಳ
of you
ದೊಡ್ಡ
who are living well in
ಬೆಲೆಯನ್ನು
Bangalore
ತೆರವಾಗಿ
city, I
ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು.
appreciate that. It's extremely important that local farmers must be supported, land
ನಮ್ಮ
must be
ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ
enriched.
ರೈತರುಗಳಿಗೆ
Doesn't matter
ಬೆಂಬಲ
who you are,
ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
what you
ನೀವು
are.
ಯಾರೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು,
I'm
ನೀವು
sure
ಏನೇ
you had your
ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು.
breakfast and lunch and came
ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ
here.
ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಊಟ
But you did
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ
not grow any of those crops.
ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು
These are the people
ಯಾವುದನ್ನು
who
ನೀವು
do that.
ಬೆಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ
These are the
ಬೆಳೆದ್ಕೊಟ್ಟವ್ರು
animals
ಇವರೇ.
which still fertilize that land.
ಆದ್ರೂ
If
ಅವ್ರು
we
ಇನ್ನೂ
don't
ಕೂಡ
honor and
ಜಮೀನನ್ನ
respect them,
ಫಲವತ್ತಾಗಿಸ್ತಾರೆ,
and above all
ಬೆಳೆದುಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
support them,
ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ
above all
ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ
make agriculture into a lucrative process. If this
ಈ
doesn't
ಕೃಷಿ
happen,
ತುಂಬಾ
we are
ಲಾಭದಾಯಕ
looking at a bleak
ಉದ್ಯಮವನ್ನಾಗಿ
future
ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
because
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
India,
ಇದು
right
ಉಳಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
now we have a plan that by 2047 we must become a developed nation.
2042
Developed nation
ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ
does
ನಾವು
not
ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ
mean
ಹೊಂದಿದ
empty
ದೇಶವಾಗಬೇಕು
stomach.
ಅಂತ
Hello?
ಗುರಿ ಇದೆ.
Developed nation does not mean just software but
ದೇಶ
no
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ
food in the
ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್
plate.
ಅಂತಲ್ಲ.
First there must be food
ಆಹಾರ
in the
ಇರ್ಬೇಕು.
plate.
ಮೊದಲು
After
ಆಹಾರ,
that you do
ಆಮೇಲೆ
software,
ಮುಂದಿನದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ
hardware,
ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
whatever nonsense you want to do.
ನೀವು ಉಳಿದದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್
Most
ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ
important
ಮಾಡಿ
thing
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ
is
ನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ
this,
ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
but in a land where we have 4 times the population of the land area that we have in the world, we need to be very alert. We don't have the margin that many other nations have. We have a very narrow margin. So a lot
ಬೇರೆ
is being done,
ದೇಶಗಳಿಗಿದ್ದಷ್ಟು
but it's not quick enough, not big enough. All of you, if you're conscious, every one of you have a phone in your pocket. You need to use that, not just sending silly messages to each
ಬರೀ ಏನೋ
other.
ಮೆಸೇಜ್
Hello?
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕಳಿಸೋದಲ್ಲ.
You can do the silly stuff, I'll leave it to you.
ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ,
But
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ
every
ನೀವೇ
day,
ಮಾಡಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ
at least 2 minutes a day,
ಎರಡು ನಿಮಿಷ
say
ಒಂದು
something
ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ
about the natural conditions in the country, about the water situation, about the soil situation. Oh, I don't know anything, read up.
ಓ ನಂಗೇನು
Hello?
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಓದಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು.
Can't you read up?
ಓದಕ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಓದಿ.
If we have Save Soil website, there's
Soil
enormous
website
amount of
ಇದೆ.
information.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
If you go to the
ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು
Food and
ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ.
Agriculture Organization, FAO website of United Nations, there's humongous amount of information. Read up one piece and put it out there. Everybody should know. Without doing this, we can't build a nation. Developed country does not mean empty stomach. Developed country first means there's adequate and abundant amount of food for people to consume, to enough choices so that people are not only nourished, but they are healthy and well. If this needs to happen, the land must be rich. This is the most important thing. So Makar Sankranti is an important day to bring this into our awareness. Thank you very much. And now there is a fire dance and then there is Divya Darshanam. Please enjoy the Makar Sankranti. This is something we must understand. Enjoying something does not mean… People think party means we must be responsible. We can do a responsible party. Hello? So, do a responsible party and as you go home, research something on your phone and say something about the soil of this country, water in this country, the food situation in this country, farmers' plight in this country. Every day, 2 minutes. Can you do this for me, please? 2 minutes a day, just 2 minutes a day for the future food of the children who are sitting here. Because if we don't do this, next generations are not going to be pretty. The life here is not going to be pretty in another 30 to 40 years' time if we don't do the right things now. Let's make it happen. Thank you very much. One more thing, end of September and beginning of October, there will be a 5-day consecration process.
ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
5-day consecration process, which
ಕಾನ್ಸಕ್ರೇಷನ್
includes
ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್
the
ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
Bhairavi temple will be consecrated.
ಭೈರವಿ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಕ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ.
There is a Navagraha temple that will be
ನವಗ್ರಹ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಕೂಡ
consecrated,
ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
and also the 2 Tirthakunds will be consecrated.
ಎರಡು ತೀರ್ಥಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ
Never before
ಪ್ರಾಣ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಾಪನೆ
all these
ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
things in the yoga center happened over a period of time, over many years.
ತುಂಬಾ
So is it
ವರ್ಷಗಳ
happening in
ತಗೊಂಡು
United States and everywhere else, wherever we are planning to do, it's happening in stages. But all these things are happening at once in Bangalore city.
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ
Here,
ಒಮ್ಮೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
let me say, tell the bad news to you.
2 ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್.
The thing is, due to variety of obstacles and delays and whatever has happened in getting permissions and that and this, we don't have accommodation. We are expecting 15 to 20,000 people for 5 days. No accommodation. Are you ready? Then no
ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಆ
problem.
ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
We will build something temporary,
permission
but you must
ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು
adjust to that.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗವನ್ನು
And,
ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಗ
it will be a
ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
phenomenal 5 days.
ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
Very
ಸಿದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು
powerful,
ಬನ್ನಿ.
very challenging in many ways because multiple consecrations will
challenges
happen
ಇರತ್ತೆ.
in this 5
ಅದು
days'
ಕೂಡ
time.
ಈ
If you
5
wish to be a
ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ
part of it,
ತುಂಬಾ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ.
please
ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
make yourself
ಬನ್ನಿ.
available at that time, end of September, beginning of
ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್
October.
ಕೊನೆ,
That's where these
ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್
5 days
ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ.
are. Thank you.
28 ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರಿಂದ 2 ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್.
ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ ಶಿವ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ ಶಿವ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ ಶಿವ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ ಶಿವ ಮಹಾದೇವ
भूमिमङ्गलं
भूमिमङ्गलं
उदकमङ्गलं
उदकमङ्गलं
अग्निमङ्गलं
अग्निमङ्गलं
वायुमङ्गलं
वायुमङ्गलं
गगनमङ्गलं
गगनमङ्गलं
सूर्यमङ्गलं
सूर्यमङ्गलं
चन्द्रमङ्गलं
चन्द्रमङ्गलं
जीवमङ्गलं
जीवमङ्गलं
जगतमङ्गलं
जगतमङ्गलं
देहमङ्गलं
देहमङ्गलं
मनोमङ्गलं
मनोमङ्गलं
आत्ममङ्गलं
आत्ममङ्गलं
भूमिमङ्गलं उदकमङ्गलं अग्निमङ्गलं वायुमङ्गलं गगनमङ्गलं सूर्यमङ्गलं चन्द्रमङ्गलं जीवमङ्गलं जगतमङ्गलं देहमङ्गलं मनोमङ्गलं आत्ममङ्गलं सर्वमङ्गलं भवतु 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 भूषण नीलकण्ठाय देवाय
आदियोगिनं त्वां सशक्ते मुक्तिदायिने आदियोगिने दिव्यारति अर्पयामि Thank you.